This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
Welcome back to Panther Sports Talk. Joined with UNI head softball coach Ryan Jacobs as the UNI Panthers trying to work some home games in during this rainy spring. And coach, just 2 weeks remain in the regular season. You've got some home games though coming up this coming week. Tuesday you host a conference opponent Bradley, and then the Iowa Hawkeyes come into town on Thursday. Yeah,
it's getting down to crunch time in the league and really in the season. We've got some really big games coming up, and you know, I think we're starting to hit our streak here though. Things are starting to come together. You know, we've battled through some adversity. Some young kids have figured out how to handle some negative situations and come out of them in a positive way, and hopefully just continue to keep growing like we have been all year.
This past week you had some games canceled due to weather. How are the kids responding to this schedule that has kind of thrown a wrench into things almost every week?
It's tough being at home and having to go through all this stuff, but the great thing is we are at home. You know, with the grind that we've had this whole year, playing 30 games on the road in a row and being away from home for 9 weeks in a row, having to pull a tarp and having to deal with a little bit of schedule issues while we're at home isn't really a big thing in the grand scheme of things after going through what we did.
Well, Coach, last year Missouri Valley Conference regular season champs. This year a lot of true freshmen getting a lot of playing time. Are they looking to some of those upperclassmen, those kids that were around last year and a part of last year's big run? Do they seem to be looking to those returners?
You know, I think it's been a process all year long where, you know, our freshmen were trying to figure things out. You know, our upperclassmen they knew how to be successful, but it wasn't really translating together. But now I think they're definitely starting to work together a little bit more, understand what it takes to not only play at this level, but to be a champion in this level. And, you know, our seniors and our upperclassmen are doing a lot better job of leading by example and showing these kids that it's cool to work hard. And now it's carrying over to that younger group.
Some examples of that younger group, Caitlin Winnick at shortstop, and in the outfield, freshmen as well. You got 3 kids from the state of Kansas that are playing pretty well for you. Are they surprising you?
You know, we knew they were great players. You know, the thing that they've had to deal with the most is you know, having to play at this level with school, being away from home, you know, all those things that a typical freshman has to deal with. And then on top of that, playing at such a high level competitive-wise, having to deal with some failure and some adversity that they haven't had to do before. But they're doing a great job. They're figuring things out. It's just one of those things as a team you don't normally see or have to deal with that many kids going through that adversity together. But they're doing a great job and starting to come out of it, I think.
You look at some of the upperclassmen, it's got to start with Jamie Fisher, just a junior, but on the mound, last year's Missouri Valley Conference Pitcher of the Year, and just such a solid mainstay for you that you can put up on the rubber.
Really, for sure. She's one of those kids where you know what you're going to get every day, and as a coach, that's what you want. You know, you're not saying that you're going to win every game or whatever. You're just saying that you know you're going to be in a game. You're going to have somebody that's going to be competitive, that's going to be able to work through some adversity, that's going to have some success, and you know, put your team in a good position. And you know, she at first I think took that to the extreme and put a ton of pressure on herself, and she was pitching against some of the best teams in the country at that time as well. And now I think she's able to understand that all I got to do is go do my thing and put us in a good position and let things happen.
And behind the plate, a senior Sam Reiber catching her. Talk about just Sam and what she brings to this year's team.
Sam's like having another coach on the field. She's able to call a great game. She understands her pitchers and all of them on the staff, as well as, you know, handle the defense and put people in positions that they need to be in. You know, she's done a great job. You know, she's battled some injuries and some fatigue, and you know, I've told her all along I don't really want to have a catcher that catches every day, but you know, she's done a great job and handled it and been able to you know, get into the training room when she needs to, so her body feels good and she's able to compete hard for us.
And we've got a feature coming up later in the show on Sam Reimer. Used some mission trips in high school to really get her focused on what she's doing, kind of able to translate that over into the softball realm. Just 2 weeks remain in the regular season. Coach, what do you want to see out of this team in those final 2 weeks to get ready for the conference tournament?
You know, we've been talking about win the day. We're just worried about what's right in front of us. You know, worry about today and competing hard and trying to get better And as we've bought into that philosophy, I think we're able to overcome that adversity that happens real fast and ride that success a little bit longer. And we're just looking to get better every day. And we've got some big games coming up down the stretch here, and hopefully we just continue to climb that ladder.
And a few home games, opportunities to get out and see your UNI softball team this week: Tuesday against Bradley, Thursday against the Iowa Hawkeyes, and recently rescheduled. The Iowa State Cyclones will be coming to town May 2nd. So be sure to come out, check out the UNI softball team. We'll have more Panther Sports Talk coming up right after this.